All right, here we go. After the controversial ending to their fight at hashtag UFC 235, do Ben Askren and Robbie Lawler need to be booked for an immediate rematch? It says yes or no here, but you know I want more than that, guys. Go ahead, Dan, start things off.
Man, you know, a lot of people will probably want to see the controversy come to a close. I think if we did a general poll for just that base question, I think, yeah, who doesn't want to see controversial things have some kind of finite ending? So we know. That being said, if I'm Ben Askren, I'm taking that controversy like the ball that everybody's playing with, guys, and I'm running to a complete different basketball court. I'm running as far as I can. I'm going and saying, you know what? Not only did I beat Robbie Lawler, I beat him convincingly. You better be lucky. You better be glad the ref broke him off me. I'd be running with that narrative knowing that it's going to upset everybody, and that's going to give Ben Askren a little more bargaining power and perhaps maybe give him that matchup that I think a lot of us were wanting that he got signed on. You know, as fun as that fight was, as much as I don't mind seeing it get run back, I think a lot of us maybe are salivating on other matchups for Askren, so I'll go no.
I'm going to go yes, but there's no way it's going to happen. For pretty much everything Dan just said, if you're the UFC and you're thinking, okay, actually even if you're Ben, here's what you're thinking. Why don't I fight someone else? And then if for some reason I lose that fight, I always have this to come back to. Let's come back and settle this, okay? Get him that Till Masvidal winner. He can fight that guy then. If it doesn't go his way, he has this waiting for him. If you're the UFC, you're probably thinking, man, we really just didn't like it too much when Woodley was on top. He gave us a lot of problems. This is our chance to kind of move a guy up in a direction where we have the excuse to now say, well, you guys don't want to fight each other, right? Move him closer.
Okay, I would say no, because I think I understand that there was a controversy with the ref, but we have to believe that he was doing the best job possible. That's just the way the fight played out. You know what I mean? If they run it back, of course Robbie Lawler could win. If they run back any fight, the loser could win. You know what I mean? In almost any fight that you pick. So that argument, I don't know. I would like to see them build up and maybe fight a rematch down the road. Now, that said, what I don't like is that Askren's going towards Till and Masvidal. Two guys coming off a loss. You're supposed to be going more upwards. You know what I mean? It's no disrespect to them. I'm just talking about where they're seated. Remember, this is guy's a former champ who they told, you can't make it happen, or have you made it happen in the UFC? Now make a believer out of us. Well, he just did over a former champion. I would be gunning a little bit more upward.
But he's got beef with Till. Beef.
He just started. Well, he does, but he could have beef here depending on how Lawler takes that comment.
Nobody's ever had beef with Lawler in their lives. Lawler doesn't. He doesn't say anything.
Yeah, they did.
You can't even tell if he's upset or not. Nothing.
That's true, man. Sometimes you got to check for a heartbeat there.
For this fight, what did he do the whole lead up? Talk about other people. Everyone but Lawler. It just can't happen.
And it's not like we can't put Lawler in a bunch of other fun matchups like we're talking about Askren, guys, right? We could even throw Robbie Lawler back up to middleweight and then find some people to bang up there.
I'd like to see Lawler versus Whitaker.
Shoot. Now, oh, my goodness. See, look at this.
Lawler has a history at middleweight, but, yeah, you know what? It looks like they want to do it. UFC, don't do it. I just think that these guys, they don't want to train for the same guy. They don't want to go through the same sequence of building up this hype. If it happens organically and they can rematch it at some point, if you have that confidence that Robbie can win his next fight and you think Ben can, then maybe they'll do it, but later on this year. But for right now, just give him the fresher matchup.
I'm calling for a mini debate within the debate.
Okay.
Say they do make the rematch. Who do you take? Before this, you took Askren.
Yeah.
You took Lawler. I took Lawler. Did this fight change your mind at all?
No, I'll stick with Lawler. How about you?
It didn't change my mind, but it didn't make me feel any better about my pick. I'll take Askren still because
Askren didn't get going. I mean, but Lawler did have one stuff. Remember, he kind of did like a sprawl.
He did, strong sprawl.
You know what I mean? So I knew he had some of that in him. The fight should have just played out. I think we would have got more data and be able to answer that question.
Still
but without that,
fight.
I'll just go with the, you know, like I said, when they went down the steps, if you were a fan that just rushed in with your popcorn and your beer, what happened? I missed it. And nobody wants to answer you. You'd probably go, oh, Ben got f***ed up. You know what I mean? And that didn't happen. So I'll go with, I can't believe I'm saying this against an undefeated fighter, but I think I'd still take Lawler again.
I think I'd still take Lawler too, but I think the result of the mini debate is we're just stubborn, right? Because I think we should take
I think Ben Askren's sitting there going, "What do I have to do?"
I think the result of the mini debate is that it actually
I'm winning titles everywhere, and I
actually is
just
a
beat a
compelling
former
fight.
champ. What do I have to do? This is what Ben Askren said.
What Junkie Nation say?
It was close. Even they can't decide. 51 to 49. Yes, 51. No, 49. And that was over 1,200 votes that were registered, so it was right down the middle, man. Shout out to a couple of people here at Mike Tyson 2007. He says yes, so hopefully Lawler finishes the job. Ben Sutherland at Ben Sud 314-48652. What is all that? He says it might have ended early, but it was over. Ben had the choke in, and it was over. So even those two are beefing. Thanks, Junkie Nation, for participating. That's your daily debate. Let's continue on here with the